Dear friends, welcome to the channel The Eastern Front. Before the siege of Leningrad in August 1941, many factories and institutes were evacuated from the city. One of them was the Leningrad Institute of Chemical Technology, which was evacuated to Kazan. The famous Soviet organic chemist Professor Alexander Petrov remained to monitor the property that they didn't have time to withdraw. Having surrounded the city from all sides, the enemy regularly bombed it from the air. Soviet anti-aircraft gunners fought against the German planes and often shot them down. So, in early October 1941, another German Me-109 aircraft was shot down, and the pilot managed to land it on the outskirts of the city. He was immediately arrested, and a crowd of local residents gathered around the plane. Professor Alexander Petrov was among them. Fuel flowed from the damaged fuel tank to the ground, and since the professor was an inquisitive person, he became interested in what kind of fuel German planes used, and he collected the necessary amount of it in order to study the chemical composition of the fuel in the laboratory of the institute. After studying the German fuel, Petrov found out that it freezes at a temperature of only -14 degrees Celsius, while the Soviet aviation fuel remained liquid up to -60 degrees. That meant the German planes would not be able to take off at a -15. Petrov secured a meeting with the deputy commander of the Northwest Front Air Force and told about his discovery. They decided to check the information, and the professor got some more fuel samples from the other German aircraft. The situation with these samples was identical. The fuel froze at the temperature of -14 degrees. From that moment on, the Air Force generals admitted to this information began to be interested in the air temperature in the Leningrad region several times a day. At this time, the scout identified the location of two German airfields, in Gatchina and Siverskaya. In Siverskaya, only there were 40 Junkers, 88 multipurpose aircraft, 31 fighters and 4 transport aircraft. On the night of 6 November, the air temperature dropped below -20 degrees Celsius, and in the morning Soviet P-2 bombers rose into the sky and dropped bombs on the German airfields from a height of 2,550 meters. Enemy fighters couldn't start their engines and attack Soviet planes, and the German anti-aircraft artillery failed to shoot them down. After 15 minutes, the Soviet attack aircraft got up into the air and suppressed the artillery fire, and after 2 hours, Soviet bombers struck a second blow at the German airfields, finishing off the enemy. Soon the Germans developed aviation fuel capable of not freezing at -20 degrees Celsius, but they managed to resume the bombing of Leningrad only 6 months later, in April 1942. So, thanks to the curiosity of Professor Petrov, Soviet aviation was able to inflict significant damage, not fearing the enemy's fighters' attack. Alexander Petrov himself was soon evacuated to Moscow, where in 1943 he became a professor at the Mendeleev Moscow Institute of Chemical Technology and headed the department of petrochemical synthesis. Dear friends, that's all for today. I found interesting material on how Winston Churchill saved the Germany and Soviets from use of chemical weapons during World War II. If you are interested, I can also make a video. Write please in the comments. It was Tim and the Eastern Front channel. I wish you peace and health. See you.